Yo, welcome back. Welcome back. We are live and we are back. Locker room talk with Jitim Young. I'm your boy, Mr. Wildcat, Mr. Northwestern, Mr. BigTen. Jitim Young, Chicago basketball legend, Chicago's own West Side great, Jitim Young, and I'm in the building. Um, I done rebooted Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young, and so every Sunday between the 5 o'clock hour, 6 o'clock hour, we are gonna go live. We are gonna go live with Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young, and remember the purpose of Locker Room Talk is to give you an idea of what it's like to be an athlete inside the locker room. And so, as
No,
we're
this is
joining,
Tim.
we are
Jump on the live.
joining a guest
How you doing?
right now on Locker
Jump
Room
on.
Talk.
It's
We
Tim live.
kicking the show off with Corey CL Crockett. Now we're gonna have people jumping in here. We got LeVar behind CL. My boy, shout out to Akeem Hunter. I know he had dinner with his family, but he's Akeem said he was gonna jump on. Um, yeah, King say he's gonna jump on. Oh, he say, man, let me pull over. But anytime you grew up in Chicago and you able to make it to the Hall of Fame in your sport, that is like a huge honor and accomplishment. We play this game starting from humble beginnings, really using it as a coping mechanism to deal with the stresses and the everyday pain that we go through, and forever that hour or 2 hours that we play in that sport, it's heaven for us. It's an escape, and then to do that and to make it to the Hall of Fame like myself, it's really truly a blessing, and I'm humble. So I'm gonna wait for Akeem to jump on. When he jump on, me and CL, we're gonna make sure we give bro his flower. He talking about he driving. I'm like, man, you don't gotta stop driving. But it's all good. Oh, hey, like I said, what we got right here, man, you got my boy, West Side Zone, Chicago, Western House Warrior, out West CL. I mean, side story will be told. We call him
Tell him, like,
glue to the West Side, to the community, to the city. Okay, we got Corey CL and hold on, Keem is here. Hey, Keem, welcome to Locker Room Talk with Jitim Young. Welcome to the locker room. You know what I mean?
What
A
is
man
going
who
on?
knows a thing or two about being in the locker room. Keem, we already gave you an intro and everything. What's going on with you as you driving your way to dinner?
What's going on, guys? I'm just chilling, man. Appreciate to having me on. Really appreciate the love, man. It's been a busy week.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just me and CL, we was just talking and we was doing intros and I would just let them know for when you start off playing a game, in humble beginnings as an escape in your community, and for 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever, you playing your sport, you get an opportunity to be in heaven in that point, and then to humbly take that sport and make it to the Hall of Fame. I've been in them shoes. I'm in the Hall of Fame myself. Kind of what's your emotions? You got two Hall of Fame inductions. I'll definitely be at the one next week. What's the emotions going on with you right now?
It
congratulations, by
really
the way. Congratulations.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. It really hasn't hit me. Growing up, you don't envision being in the Hall of Fame. You just try to envision being the best version of yourself, whether if it's going to college, getting a scholarship, if you're lucky enough to go to the pros and make a lot of money doing that. But it was one. I mean, as they say, get it out the mud. You find a way, and sports was a vehicle that a lot of us use to get to the next phase in life. And I'm just fortunate enough that people were watching. As they say, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took the ball and literally ran with it.
Yeah, I know. You on your way to dinner. We're not trying to keep you long. We're
Now you're
gonna go
fine.
kind of out of order right now. The Bears just finished the NFL draft. You a super football guy. Obviously, you in the Hall of Fame. And just kind of, real quick before we let you get up out of here and everything, King, tell me, what did you think about what the Bears did in the draft, and overall, what's your take from the draft this year and for football where we are today, as you've paved the way for a lot of opportunities with NIL and a lot of things from the work that you've done, from the work that I've done. Take me through what you think about what the Bears did in the draft and just your overall view of the NFL draft this year.
Man, I'm still looking for some NIL money, by the way. Hey, the Bears, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They lost a lot of people in the secondary. They replenished it, and the thing with Chicago, it's when Chicago's doing well, especially when the professional teams are doing well, the city's doing well. And comes with that is expectations. They had a amazing year last year. Now it's what are they going to do to take the next step? And I'm really looking forward to improvement on the defense. As we know, the issues with the defense, we don't need to dive into that. But the offense was phenomenal. Looking forward to Caleb getting further more comfortable in the system. So overall, I'm looking forward to it. And as you guys know, when our sports teams are doing well, man, the vibe in the city it's like no other. It's electric. It's similar to like a New York type of city.
See, I know you got a football question to talk shop with them. So football player to football mind. See, you go ahead.
Well, I won't say the offense doing phenomenal. They did enough, but Caleb was just closing games out. But they used to go on long drive, to a short drive, and 3 and outs a lot. But you see, you seen the flash of Caleb on his way to being great. Because that was a prove year for me. But yeah, Team, I got a question for you, man. What was it like just growing up in a city like Chicago and playing the profession you played in? And what was some of the hurdles you had to hop over just to get to where you at now?
Good question. Great question. So when I was playing Pee Wee ball, I was playing out in Washington Park. And
Famous football part.
yeah. So it's navigating through practice there, and on the way to practice, you never know what you may see. You may see the shootout. It's just a normal day to practice, and you just you avoid that. And then sports was like my safe haven. When I got to high school, it was football, it was track, and I stayed busy all year round. I mean, when I was going home, it was I wasn't really doing nothing too much at home. I always like being in the weight room. I always like doing something competitive. I always believe in the whatever I was doing, it was always a competition.
What high school did you
And
go to, if you
I went
remember
to
that?
Leo High School.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chicago
Big,
Catholic League in the building. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I see represent.
STL, we here.
Yeah,
But
so
y'all city boys though. So now they
Right,
people get that
definitely
confused.
definitely in the
Y'all
city.
from the land.
right.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And this looking at the people who were ahead of me, as examples of things of what to do, and also more importantly, stuff what not to do. I mean, we've seen people who years ahead of us. You see them in the newspaper, and all of a sudden they get out of high school. You never hear from them again. I never wanted to be one of those individuals. Um, the Hall of Fame thing is great. I feel that I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
What class? Who going in with you?
See, this year I name a couple of people. DJ Bland, he went to De La Salle's a lot younger than me. Jordan Lynch, won about 1,000 state championships over at Mark Carmel, and quarterback at NIU.
I
A
remember him.
couple other a couple other guys are going into. I don't know. I don't have the names off the top of my head,
But,
but
Kim, you played in the Big 10, and being a Northwestern Wildcat alum, just one of before the program where it's at now. I mean, the same thing for me. The basketball program where it's at now with Coach Collins, and the football program of the excellence it had. It started with Akeem Hunter coming in, setting the tone of winning bowl game, winning, and the same foundation I built from the basketball perspective after me a program happened. How was that experience? With that competition, playing in the Big 10, and you see Ohio State, they got 4 players in the first 11 picks, taking not alone the other Big 10 schools that just was huge in the first round in the NFL draft. What is that competition like for those who's in the locker room right now who don't who've never got an opportunity to play in the Big Ten and
Don't,
on a
Every
gridiron.
yeah,
don't forget the
every
Tim
day.
Northwest Wildcat got drafted this year, offensive tackle.
Well, we got
Yeah,
two offensive tackles
Yeah.
that got drafted.
yeah. Every day is every day is a competition. You're competing against when you're on that team. When you're in the Big Ten conference, whether if you're at the top of Ohio State or you're in the middle or you're at the bottom, you got an opportunity to compete against the best. For example, me, I never wanted to play at like in high school. I never wanted to play at the best elite schools. I wanted to play against them because I always think that when coaches are out there scouting for talent, they say, "Hey, who's this guy that's running against this particular team that's going off?" I think you get more visibility that way. And then in college, you're gonna, as I mentioned, you're gonna compete against the best at your school, and also you're gonna compete against the best in the conference, in the Big Ten nationally as well. As you know, there are always draft picks coming through Northwestern, Ohio State, Michigan. So you're going to get the opportunity to be seen on TV, and also more importantly, you get a chance to play in front of thousands of fans and millions of people watching you on TV at home.
Right. Yeah, King.
That's
Nah,
smart
King,
move. Smart
yeah, we
move.
appreciate that, bro. Hey, King, I know you got to get the dinner. We'll do a follow up, a
Yeah,
dedication to the
absolutely.
Hall of Fame show. Go ahead, get the dinner, and man, thanks for stopping by the locker room.
All right, thanks, guys. Go Cats.
All right, go
Congratulations.
Cats.
Congratulations. Big Ten football, baby.
Yeah, Big Ten football. That's the King Hunter. We happy he could grace our show. He literally, I made the Hall of Fame in 15, somewhere around there, 2015, 2017. And King, he's the class of 2026. He's just coming in and well deserved. Um, CL, we'll double back to the draft later. Let's get into basketball. How,
I'm
how
ready.
how are you feeling about the NBA playoffs first round so far?
I'm enjoying it. For the most of the games that I call, I am enjoying it. I feel like the refs are letting them play. I feel like these teams are playing harder. A few teams surprising me. This is Atlanta. That's one team that surprised me. Toronto's playing very well, but also the Trailblazers were playing well. Like they just lost tonight, today, but they giving women them everything they looking for. And it seems like they've been playing better since Chauncey situation happened. So and even the Sixers with Boston and Embiid, the report just came up, and he's going to be available game 4. So I don't know what type of condition he's in, but they can possibly tie that series up tomorrow or Tuesday when they play. But overall, Tim, I ain't gonna lie, I told you before the playoff started, I said, man, it's gonna be a great playoff. And the playing game kicked it off like we talked about earlier. And now to see good basketball again, even LeBron, old man, big bro LeBron hooping, even though KD ain't playing. But we're gonna talk about KD later. But
Yeah,
yeah,
nah,
overall, it did really good.
that this play in when you talk about what a season the Charlotte Hornets had, LaMelo Ball coming into his own, the most exciting team in the NBA. Steph Curry playing, had people watching, had people viewing, and everything. LaMelo great year, a piece away. I know you were saying Zion to Charlotte will make sense, and it will not only keep them exciting, but also that excitement results to win. And then obviously Steph gonna be Steph. When Steph is on TV, he's the most viewed player next to LeBron. In the NBA when he's on the court. Um, let's go back to the 76ers because I want to know. I want you to put your GM hat on, and I want your opinion on this. Is it a trade market for Mr. Embiid? And if so, who?
The question is, what team will take him due to his
Yeah,
injury? So, and he get traded possibly, but who won't want to take him in? He getting paid a nice amount of money. So I don't know, Tim. I can't say yes or no at this point. But
mm-hmm.
a team not gonna want to take his money and him missing possibly 15 to 20 games. And
15,
Embiid is not
20,
young.
30,
Yeah,
40. I
exactly.
mean,
And I was being nice.
yeah,
So I honestly don't know. Like whatever team he would go to, or they wouldn't trade if they take him, they just gotta know what's coming with it. We know he can hoop. That ain't the problem.
yeah,
It's him being on the floor. The best ability
yeah.
is
Availability.
availability.
Yeah, yeah. I think if I'm the Sixers, we moving forward with Not saying like you said, we ain't gonna trade you because don't nobody else want you and want to give up, first rounders anything for a dude that ain't gonna play. But I'm at the end of the season, I'm bringing you into the locker room with Lack and CL, and I'm saying, hey Joel, from now on the process is over with. You see this you see these two guards right here?
Yeah,
Let me introduce you to them. Both of these guards, these are the franchise players. This Rook right here, and then you know what I mean. This cold-blooded killing Maxey. You know what I'm saying? We got this Rook, we got Maxey, and we moving forward with that. I don't care if you come off the bench. I don't care if you start. I don't care what you talking about. This stay team.
He said he lost that. He lost that. Hey, he mad. He's an MVP.
I don't care if you was I don't care if you had EBT. This ain't your team anymore. This Maxey and it's the Rook team. Paul George, you cool. You know what I mean? Embiid. I don't care if you start. I don't care if you a DMP. After we can get you up out of here, bro, you up out of here. Or you could just stay and play alone. You know what I mean? I might keep you in the 8-man rotation. But this ain't your team. On the real.
Oh wow. You feel a way about Embiid. I can't be mad at you though because again, it's injuries, man. A healthy Embiid is a problem.
Facts.
That's the only thing, him being available. So I'm with you. And let me ask you this, Tim. And I know you got your GM hat on. What position would you be looking forward to drafting in this upcoming draft due to what's going on with Embiid? A big? You have anybody in particular in mind?
In college, it really was. Okay. Let's look at the Final Four. You got the big fella from Michigan. He's nice, little thin. Now he going to NBA with grown men. I might be looking overseas. Honestly, I might I might got my overseas scouts trying to get me a Ware or get me the kid from Wibinyama. Give me, one of those type of guys like that. Maybe I do a deal with Memphis, since y'all rebuild over Memphis. Give me big fella from Purdue that y'all had.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, give me him. Give me Zach Edey. All right, so now I got my 7'4" Zach Edey could score. He was all rookie his NBA first year. Had some injuries in the second year and everything. And plus, Memphis went on national TV like they was his rookie year when Ja and you had all that stuff there. But he played very well, and then he dominated the NCAA when he was at Purdue. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me get Zach Edey and let me recruit. Let me tell my overseas scouts to bring me a big over here.
Would you be willing to trade Paul George?
I'm gonna ask Paul George what he want to do because I know I'm gonna get some value back for him. But I asked Paul George, APG, what you want to do, my boy? You want to where you want to go? Okay, I know I ain't gonna get much for you, but if I could get if I could get somebody like a Kuminga, give me a Kuminga and some draft picks. Bring Kuminga and some draft picks over to Philly. I got 2 young guards. Add him as my little wing, and then just kind of move forward, building with that. You know what I mean? We got a nice little team.
You looking at just going young,
Yeah, going young because they young and scrappy, and they young and in the playoffs. Like we not like LaMelo young. They got a young, exciting team, but they just missed the playoffs. You know what I mean? They just missed it, so they like I said they like a piece away, but they young and made it.
And they got another young to their belt.
Right. So and that's experience. So yeah, I just had that conversation with Embiid. Like, hey, bro, come here. Yeah, real quick, Joe. Hey, on everything. This is what we gonna go to beat Nick together. We're gonna be on the podcast. But bro, you ain't starting, bro. This ain't your thing. I just want you to know that.
They not letting them $50 million man sit on no bench.
Man, hey, you gonna sit on that bench and we'll put cameras on you. We're gonna get our money's worth. Because you can't do nothing else. You can't do nothing else. What else I'm gonna do? So you're gonna entertain. That's what you're gonna do since you can't play.
Yo, you crazy. I'm with you. I feel you.
Yeah, we're gonna put a microphone on you and watch these young boys play. And when you get healthy, we'll throw you out there now and then.
I feel you. But he's playing in game 4. He's been cleared to play. So we'll see what they do. See if they can tie the series up or they're gonna get a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, between him and Anthony Davis, you probably send both of them to the same team. As soon as your money up, I'm gonna send you to Washington.
Go
All
play
hurt.
with Trey Young.
Yeah, all y'all hurt. You sneeze on y'all, now y'all done. All that talent can't stay on the court.
They sound on court.
Yeah.
What you
You was
got
talking
next,
about
Black?
Ayo Dosunmu earlier, and we were talking
Ooh,
about Chicago basketball. Ayo had a big playoff game. DaVincenzo went down. My boy Ant Edwards went down, and
you will
Ayo
too.
Dosunmu snapped. What's your feeling? What was the emotion that was going through you when you was watching that?
Number one, shout out to Mac Irving. You know, Io been a dog. That's nothing new. But when he's with the Bulls, he got drafted to be that complimentary player, come off the bench. He a two-way player. We seen what he did at Illinois. That goes without question. So to see what he did yesterday, for us was no surprise. You come from Chicago, and to see him playing with that chip on the shoulder, like, boys, y'all should never trade me. I'm about to show y'all why y'all shouldn't trade me. And he went off. When Ant-Man went down and DaVinci went down, I said, man, I won't be surprised if Io ended up scoring 30. Not knowing at the time he had like 20. I look up before I know it, he had ended the game with 42 points. Manuel Io can play on both ends. You know, I know Shannon gonna lose a lot of minutes, but at least he get to learn. He's playing with a fellowship of Chicagoan. You know, he get to pick up that. So when it's time for him to hit his moment, he'll be prepared, you know. So Io, salute to you, Illinois, Morgan Park High School, played for the Mac Irvin team. What's the name of the team? Chicago Fire, something like that.
Yeah, the Mac Irvin
Mac Irvin.
fire.
All right.
Yeah,
So that's to see what he's doing now. And I take my hat off to him. I hope he keeps thriving. And this is what Chicago basketball looking like. And remember, I told you, what if the program was popping like it was back in the day? And Io and what's the name, Tim Hardaway Jr. come back
yeah,
and play against each other. Like, yeah, you know, I did this to you. Yeah,
yeah,
y'all 40. You know how they lock up at the program, just getting their
yeah.
work in, getting ready for the next season. You know, that's what we used to with high school basketball, college, and the pros back in our time. So, Io, keep going, big dog. You still a Chicago Bulls to me.
Right. Yeah, nah, I feel it. Morgan Park High School, Illinois Fighting Illini, and now he got his opportunity. And Terrence Shannon Jr. led Illinois to the Elite Eight
Shout
a
out to
few
Corey
years ago,
Minnifield. That's the
and
son.
he got opportunity now. You got DaVincenzo out. You got Ant Man. He gonna be out. So now you need guys that's gonna fill in and be aggressive and play good basketball and make the playoffs. So it's gonna be him just like what Ayo just did. Now Ayo worth 100 million now. Ayo $100 million man now. So now Terrence Shannon, you got opportunity to solidify yourself. All the eyes is on all eyes watching on playoffs. We don't know what the people that was playing for the Sacramento Kings was doing. We don't know what they was doing. Matter of fact, Sacramento got a kid over there that was like the number 3 player in the country. Played for his dad. His dad actually played at Northwestern. Pat Baldwin Senior, Pat Baldwin Jr. Went to the NBA and everything like that, but playing on the Kings, and we don't see the Kings, so we don't see him. But Terrence Shannon, the point I'm making is the eyes is watch you now. So you hoop in the playoffs just like you hoop in the NCAA tournament. Get money. This is your money making time right now, and we believe in you.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like you said, you got DaVinci went down. Ant-Man gonna be out probably a week or so, depending on how bad the injury is. China got a chance, like you said, two cats from the state of Illinois, state of Chicago. They got a chance to snap in that backcourt and show the world that they get busy and send a message to the NBA say, hey, we up next.
But a message was sent in the Lakers and the Houston Rockets game because LeBron James come down court, throw a lob, his son catch it, reverse it, and they showing the baby pictures and everything. They got a whole Disney Channel story going on with LeBron James and with just the LA Lakers and what the Lakers is doing. Uh, Houston had opportunity. I felt they should have went and got Chris Paul. I ain't the biggest Chris Paul fan, but I know when you need a point guard and you just need somebody just to run your team, you know what I mean? This is the reason why. Because you get in the playoffs and if you had somebody like a Rondo or something like that, Houston would look a lot more better than they do now. And then, KD said I ain't playing and everything like that. So KD done quit on the team. Um, Reed Shepard is not, first of all, Houston has a young team. People are talking about, man, if LeBron beat this team, he the GOAT. I'm like, if you look at the roster, they really don't got no playoff experience. When you look at the Lakers rosters, you got LeBron got playoff experience. Ayton got playoff experience. The shooter that came from Duke that was playing in Memphis with John Morant, he got playoff experience. Marcus Smart got playoff experience. The boy Hachimura from Gonzaga got playoff experience. So it's plenty of people that got playoff experience, and y'all beating up on the team that really, without KD, they a play-in team. Houston is a straight play-in team now. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? And so I just can't. And KD, man.
Go ahead, go on your rant. You got it. I'm gonna mute the mic on this one. Go ahead, go on your rant because I know
No,
he about to get
no,
this business.
I want you to just talk to me about this overall series for you. Like this the Lakers versus Houston. Outside of, and we're gonna talk about New York and Atlanta next because that's it. That's hooping. But this Lakers versus Houston series, just tell me what what you feel about it based off what you watching as a basketball connoisseur.
Whew. Going into the
Aficionado.
series, I had I had them beating the Lakers probably in 5 or 6 due to Luca not being out and then Reeves not being available as well. For LeBron James, old man LeBron James, to be up 3-1 in this series, and KD, I believe he's definitely a hell of a scorer, but he's the Carmelo Anthony of his time. And what I mean by that, he's a pure scorer, but he's not a leader of men. This guy, duck and smoke. He got to be. I hope you hear me, Durant, because I think you are a first ballot Hall of Famer. You got a chip, even though you haven't won anything else after you left Steph and them, and you went to the finals only one time. You fought in with Westbrook and James Harden and Ibaka, but you are not a leader of men. You are just a flat out pure scorer. And what we seen now is a witness of that. Durant, it's time to hang it up. I don't see you getting back to the finals ever again. And if you do, you're gonna be coming off the bench for somebody. And I don't think your pride gonna allow you to do that.
Ain't,
Tarantula is no more Tarantula, man. That was
ain't
some
no
early years. I don't know
ain't
who
no
this guy is now. And again, I don't know how. And then again, I gotta take one foot off the brace a little bit on him because I don't know how severe his injury was. But you actually came back and played in game 3, and you still lost.
yeah.
So
Yep. Yep.
KD, what's up, man? Let us know something, KD. Like you letting old man LeBron James out there getting busy on y'all, and not only that, LeBron willing to take the back seat. So imagine when Luca come back. I give LeBron a lot of flack, but I can't take away his greatness. It's
Yeah.
already proved.
Yeah, nah, and nobody can take away his greatness. Now
Yeah, that's
KD
only when
getting
the
over.
Michael Jordan come up. When Jordan name come up
Yeah,
now.
that's when
Yeah,
the problem
that's when
started.
I come in at.
When they start he started trying to say he better than Mike. KD can go back to Golden State now because Draymond about to get traded, and now he could be the 4 man. He could be the 4 man with Steph, and then they could get they had Jimmy Butler at the 3, and with Steph and the Garpazinski, and then they got what's your name at the 5, the Unicorn Porzingis, and that'd be a nice team. So I think that would be a team that will probably maybe have a chance in the playoffs if they could get in the playoffs. But to your point, with KD being a guy that can lead a team, yeah, man, you're not better than Bird. You know, small forward at your position. I guess you could consider LeBron a small forward. KD is not better than Bron. Basketball when those young players was hitting the wall in the playoffs, and I don't watch every game of these first 3 games. KD had opportunity to show leadership, and what I saw him do was yell at Reed Shepard for trying to figure it out instead of consoling, coaching, motivating, and making sure that his confidence stay high. And maybe he did that in the locker room when they went back and we didn't see this. But I'm saying as a player on the court, if I'm in the playoffs and Reed Shepard not trying to lose a game, he a competitor. This Kentucky, the man, he's gonna compete. He's trying to win. He's been a great player his whole life, and he made a mistake. When you a vet, what young players need and what makes young players like just run through a wall for you is when you can come up to them and give them some encouragement and lift them up. And man, that man, like just kind of just the way that man went about it. And then he said today, yeah, I probably ain't gonna be able to play today. Yeah, KD, man, it's just like, to me, your legacy is already cemented. And so you can keep trolling on the internet. You might troll me and CL. We got love for you, man. Like the city of Chicago love Kevin Durant, but
yeah.
Your
we talking
legacy,
about on the basketball court.
Yeah, your legacy is cemented, and you just they say top 10. Nah, bro, you outside looking at the car with the top 10 in it.
You in the bottom room. He ain't in the upper room no more. He in the bottom room. He in the waiting room.
Right. Yeah, you in the waiting room right here, like a StreamYard account. So for the waiting room like a StreamYard account.
Something wrong with you.
Hey, Knicks and Atlanta Hawks, man. ATL, Shawty. We seen all the celebs. I was getting excited. I'm like,
Mike Lee was in the building.
Oh, they go DC Young Fly. I'm like, dang, bro, they got superstars at the game.
That was worth it.
What is your take on that series right there?
Ooh, this reminded me of the Knicks versus Detroit last year. You, Atlanta traded Trae Young. They picked up their piece. They got Johnson. They got who else on that team? And they just playing team basketball right now. They playing tough. They playing scrappy. They a mirror image of the Knicks, and which I think the Knicks is the most overrated basketball team in basketball history. That's just my opinion. They ain't won nothing since before me and you was born, and that was 10 years before that. But anyway, shout out to CJ McCullough. CJ has been snapping. That's what we call leadership. Leadership. He's willing his team. If they lost, even though they lost yesterday, they willing their team to win. Bronson, I know he had that little injury, but Bronson's still a dog, another Illinois kid. Cat, you gotta get it together, man. You ain't been on no dog mode since KG was with you on his way out, and that's the year I feel like he was like at his best. But other than that, I'm enjoying this series. What about you, Lack?
This is my favorite series. Out of all the series, obviously, Cleveland and Toronto ain't really much to talk about.
Actually, the Toronto won tonight. It's 2-2.
But like I think it's because of the star power. It's like nobody they ratings low because it makes sense. It's Cleveland and Toronto, and so nobody really watching a series and everything. Even what you just telling me was 2-2. I would have checked the box score in 4 hours and found out. Oh, I didn't know Toronto played today. So that's about it. The only news Toronto been getting lately is the only the big news that Toronto been getting is when they try to do the jersey swap with Grady and the NBA fined them, so everybody laugh about that. But outside of that, they ratings ain't really been that. Harden. We'll see what Harden gonna do in the playoffs. I really don't. I
don't trust him in the playoffs.
That's something I'm saying. Something about him and Spider Mitchell in the playoffs. You just don't trust him. What's your name playing angry in Orlando and up 2-1 over the number 1 seed, the Detroit Pistons. I know K had the collapse on and he coming back, and it's intense. The playoffs intense, but Mr. Pablo Banchero, this is why do people got to make you mad for you to play like this consistently? If you didn't play like this, Orlando wouldn't even been a play-in team, and not only just a play-in, you an AC play-in team. You know what I mean? Like that. So people got to talk about you and make you mad for you to hoop, Pablo. Then we got to bring you to the west side of Chicago. Let you play at the church off Jackson. and
Right, get some
everything.
toughness in you.
Take him to Haran Park and everything like that.
Frankly,
Come up to Delano. Go up to Franklin.
old Delano, Hubbard
Come on,
Park,
man.
man.
Come to Delano Classic and play. Go to Moore Park. You gotta get some automatic dog in you.
You need
You
to
know what I'm
Pat
saying?
Bev need to run up on him, man, and talk crazy about him or something. Tell him I still guard you 94 feet. You know, Marsh Commando, you know, Sharon Collins or somebody, you know.
Man, you got to tell Face to put together a tournament so Pablo Bencaro can get some dog in him and everything. Take you back on the crates, man. Somebody nail up a crate so we can tell Pablo Bencaro to come hoop in the alley, bro. Hoop in the
bike
alley.
ram us up.
Yeah, and then after you hoop in the alley, go flip on a mattress that's right there in a Valak.
Get your boyons together.
Yeah, get some hoop, get some hood in you. But
I wish you like.
yeah, this
That's
is my
a good
favorite
series though.
Yeah, this is my favorite series though. Knicks and Atlanta. Like I don't, they slugging it out right now. I don't know who gonna win, but this is basketball right here. You know what I mean?
We watching good basketball. Like I agree. What you
Yeah,
think about the Portland series?
I think
Portland, even though I think women are gonna beat them, but
yeah,
they've been
what I thought it was
playing
gonna be.
tough, man. They've been playing them guys tough. You know, Wemby got hurt in one of the games, and he had 48 hours to get back. They played them tough until probably the fourth quarter of this game. But like since Chauncey left, it's like them guys has been playing with a big chip on their shoulders. So that's another team that's in the West that we can see that can possibly put something together. They're a piece of two away.
Yeah,
Not only that, they've been coached well, and not only
that,
that, not only that, they doing what Memphis should be doing.
Oh, damn,
Something to
bro,
think
that's
about,
deep.
right?
That's deep. You got to pause and just have a moment of silence for that comment. Where you think John Morant gonna go?
Good question. Like, who gonna want to deal with him? It ain't so much him on a basketball court. We know what he can do on the basketball court.
He got
It's
to
the
play
stuff
for Pat Riley.
he got that. Yeah, he got that stigma on him now. So,
Yeah,
can he end up in Miami? Can he end up in?
Who else run a disciplined
know.
program besides Miami and the NBA? That's like when you go there, it's discipline. Like
The Spurs, but the Spurs loaded already.
They loaded with guards. The Spurs.
I mean, I can't say another team that run like Pat Riley. Even though they was in the playing game, they lost.
Jason Kidd,
Kidd, Dallas. I can see that.
Jason Kidd run discipline.
I mean, Houston.
Ime Udoka is a great coach.
He is. I can agree with that.
He a player's coach, and just the way he carry. Obviously, he got to be a little bit more player friendly with KD. But when he got young boys on the scene,
they're gonna run through a wall for him.
What he did in the Celtics, and you know what? I know we're gonna end with football, but America will show us that we live in America. And I play for the USA team, and I love our country and the freedoms and the things that we got. But it's just certain things, man. Ime Udoka lost the championship team and lost to have a championship on his resume because of some adult decisions he made. Y'all people about to let Mike Vrabel go right back to the Patriots and coach like ain't nothing happened.
Ooh.
And that's crazy to me.
Talk about it, like
crazy, but it's just the double standard.
I feel you on that. I totally feel you on that. But it's the Patriots way, right?
It's the Patriot way. So I that's a story for another day. We ain't gonna get off
another day.
Yeah, it's a story for another day. But back to just to finish up with Portland, man. Look, man, everywhere Holiday go, he win. He won in Milwaukee, he won in Boston, he won a USA gold medal with Steph Curry, and now he's the point guard on the Portland team that people like, why you want to go there? And now they're in the playoffs. Shaden Sharp, they got
Scoop
Henderson. You got Dame Dollar sitting on the bench. It's like, okay, I see what I need to do and how I need to probably be
the finisher.
We got some young dogs, and Dame time, and he probably be like that. Like, look, this is a Vila team. He could kind of like what LeBron doing. Man, look, I can't give you all this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna preserve myself, but I'll be there when you need me and everything like that. So, just a real vet and Holiday. And I played when I was in San Antonio. I played with a coach that played for the Spurs. He played under Popovich, and he's using a lot of San Antonio way in how he's coaching Davila and these Portland Trailblazers, and the players is responding to him extremely well. So we'll, like you said, man, Portland is building. They building on a lot, and we'll see them maybe real soon in the Western Conference finals. With the route they going. Now, obviously, you got Mr. Shea OKC, Mr. Man who just wiping the floor.
They might be right back in the West Conference Final before we know it. We're gonna blink our eye. They're gonna be right there.
Yeah, they definitely
They're a well-oiled machine.
They done gave the Suns the business. They're about to give LA the business, and then they'll be sitting waiting for Wemby in the Western Conference Finals.
If Luka can come back in that series, I think it'll be a big difference because now you got scoring and assists. He don't play no defense, but now that LeBron and LeBron willing, from what he said, he's willing to take a back seat to Luka. And that's just the point guard in him, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we know what Luka can do. Luka a finisher. They surprising me right now. Even though JJ Redd, I don't think he's the best coach, but I know he's gonna hold everybody accountable. He come from that Mike Krzyzewski, West Side Chicago. He hold you accountable. You know
Coach Krzyzewski talking to him. He said he spent more time with Coach Krzyzewski as a player, as a coach, probably more than he did as a player, which makes sense because something about the Lakers team remind me of Duke. It's just something about the way the Lakers play. I'm like, man, this is Duke, and they playing like it, and they're thinking, maybe in practice when times during the season when it looked like JJ Redick is losing the team, he probably put Mike Krzyzewski on a Zoom call, or Mike Krzyzewski might walk into their practice, and he got so much respect that Mike Krzyzewski could tell the team, CL in front of y'all coaching, y'all respect this man, or I'm gonna be back. And mine just for what it's just some people that just they presence make you say, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like that. And I think that's why JJ Redick haven't lost the team yet, and why the team continue to get better under him. But to what your point is, man, OKC got 12 guys on their team, and all 12 of them are two-way players. Lakers ain't got a chance, my boy.
I didn't get no shot up.
Yeah,
even with Luka.
Lakers ain't got a chance. Even with Luka. Okay. Luka going at some point in the game when Luka missed 5 shots, they're gonna come down and score 5. And then they turn around and picking up 94 feet. That's all 12 of them. All 12 of OKC.
They can run with you. They can beat you in a half-court set. I'm thinking that would have been Denver. And I wanted to speak on that before we get off the live. Yeah. Denver is surprising me the way they playing against Minnesota. I'm looking at they're a championship caliber team. They won a championship, and to see that just Murray and Joker, the only one that's really hooping. Even though we know Aaron Gordon missed the game, but still, to be down 3-1, I would never predicted that one.
That's like kryptonite, man. It's like Detroit. Detroit was built to beat the Knicks to get their get back. However, you got teams that match up with them that y'all might not even make it to the Knicks to get y'all revenge because y'all can't even stop Pablo. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. The Nuggets might be built to beat San Antonio or to beat, but Ant-Man been y'all kryptonite for the last 2 years, and y'all once again, y'all kryptonite again. And so it's just it's just that's what basketball and sports is so beautiful. And maybe you could, give me a alignment of how that is in the NFL because you watch football so closely. Is it in the NFL? Is it something like that where it's just a team that just this team, if they can get past them, they would probably be a championship team, but they can't get over that.
Yeah. Your team, Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Buffalo Bills. They just when it comes to that, my homeboy, it's a problem. And it's funny because he wasn't in the playoffs this year, and they still couldn't get to the damn championship. But I can't put on Lamar because Lamar balled out. Even though he had a shaky first half, but that second half, he looked at like MVP Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. And Even though Josh Allen my boy too, but he had a chance too. He get the same smoke. You can't get
Yeah.
over the hump. Wasn't no excuse this year. I had the Bills or the Ravens going to the championship because that team was like ready to go. Now,
Right.
our kryptonite is the damn Packers. We finally beat them this season. Got on the hump, so I know our confidence gonna be riding high going to the season. Um, the division gonna be very tough. It's gonna be one of the toughest one again this year. Minnesota gonna mess around and take a jump. And like I said, if the Bears can stay healthy, the Bears gonna be a problem again.
Do you think those draft picks after the free agency happened, which it was cool for them to do free agency first and draft second? Do you think the Bears now going into spring camp or whenever camp start? I think camp start in May. Do you think the Bears ready with what they got? Did you do similar to what we asked Akeem, a football guy, asking you? Do you think the Bears did what they need to do? And are you okay with the draft?
I gave them a B plus, and I'm gonna tell you why. Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, Dylan Anderson, and the scout team went and got the guys that fit their system. Now we had our own wish list of who players we want them to draft. Them guys went and got who they thought was best for that team. And you got to remember, they had a few players that didn't play last year that they drafted. So I'm assuming he just want to see what they can bring. Then you got a culture change with Ben Johnson. He gonna have them ready because if he holding Caleb Williams accountable, imagine what he doing to everybody else.
Right.
He said, "I want to be coached hard." He coached him hard. This kid came out there and gave us one of the best seasons we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Lack, as a Chicago Bears fan, I would not be surprised if for the most part, they can stay healthy, especially with your main players. The Bears can end up winning the division or just making the playoff. And if they make the playoffs, I would not be surprised if they can reach it to the NFC Championship.
I got the Bears in the Super Bowl. I told you this in the offseason, but even before the draft. I don't really see it. I think you said the Eagles, but they just all the Eagles going through. I mean, I do like that boy from USC that they drafted because
Lemon,
he
he
got
is
some
tough.
Steve Smith in his game. And the way
He
he
is
played
tough.
football, he reminded me of Steve Smith. But the quarterback, Mr. Hurts, you don't know what you're gonna get. I just don't see an
He too
AFC
inconsistent.
team that's better than the Bears. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying
NFC,
to sound biased, but I was looking at the AFC team. I started going down like,
NFC, NFC.
excuse me, my bad, bro. The NFC, get your basketball. The NFC teams that's in that conference that's better than the Bears. I'm like,
Dallas made an improvement on defense. The NFC gonna be more competitive than you think. Carolina gonna make a jump. The
I like
Bears,
what New
I
York
think
did
New
in the
York,
draft.
I give them another 2 years. Hardball drafted the hardball way.
Man,
And I'm gonna tell you, and I want to go to the AFC. Who gonna be a problem if they can keep their core guys together going into the future? And they may make a jump this year to 3 games, from 3 games to 7 games. We don't know. The Las Vegas Raiders drafted well. I would
yeah.
not be surprised they had that 1-2 punch with Mike Watson Jr. and Genty, and they already got Bowers. They got a receiver. They can fix that O line. They got defense player. Man, when I tell you the Raiders snap what they picks, the Raiders, I told David Michael, they're gonna be a problem going forward. And I guarantee if they can keep that young core, they're gonna be. You're gonna look up. They're gonna be the team that's gonna be winning the NFC West. Like Mahomes ain't got no free ride now because the Chargers
Okay.
got better, Denver got better, and the Raiders just got better.
So and that was my second question. Who is the 4 teams in their conference? So the Chargers, Denver Raiders, and the Chiefs. That's their 4 teams.
That's their 14.
Chargers, Denver Raiders, Chief. Okay. Ooh, they got a nice conference.
They might be the toughest team, the toughest conference next to the NFC North.
Right.
Because I don't know how the AFC North gonna be this year. But I
Who in
think
the
Cleveland
AFC North?
also, and I want to speak on your boy. I'm gonna tell you another team, and I'm gonna let you talk on this. Shador Sanders, if he win that quarterback job, they snap in the draft. They're young. We're gonna look up 2 years from now, and Shador gonna be leading that team to the AFC North title.
Hey, they gonna be like the Charlotte Hornets with Shador and that young talent and the way Shador like to play football. man, look, Concepcion and all them, Washington from Washington and everything, bro.
Boston.
Like Boston, I mean,
Boston.
yeah, Boston
That's his
that's
name.
came from
He is
Washington.
big, got a big target.
Hey man, they gonna be fun to watch. They my Charlotte Hornets of the
Football.
NFL this season.
Okay.
Football, yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Shador them my Charlotte Hornets. Like when they come on, you be like, hey man, we gotta watch
You already know because
Cleveland play.
it's prime time sun.
Yeah.
So you already know people gonna be looking for. It's like how they do LeBron. We watching them to either we gonna be cheering for him real heavy or they're gonna be hating on him real heavy because of who his dad is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, with the Ravens, I'm happy with what the Ravens did. I think a healthy Lamar Jackson going into the season, it seemed like he committed. He's showing up to like the OTAs and stuff like that.
He wanted.
He won it, and he healthy. They got more people on that line to protect Lamar, so Lamar not getting hit and everything. Last year, Lamar got back to trying to stay in the pocket and trying to be, just that
Not
pocket
scramble like
quarterback,
being
which is
himself.
great. But yeah, just like what his mom said, hey bro, God gave you something that He gave no other quarterback in the history of this game, and that's
Use it.
you got Tyreek Hill speed, but you a quarterback. You know what I mean? So man, use that. If Alvin Kamara was a quarterback, that'll be Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? That's what you got, bro. You got that. And so, man, you don't ever forget that. That's what you use. But you've been able to throw and working on your game on that part is just a bonus part to it. So I like what Baltimore did in the draft. Like I said, I was impressed with New York. I think New York Giants, Harbaugh, he had a really good draft. Out there, Pittsburgh, I don't really know. I mean, I saw who they got. It's whatever. But outside of that, in the NFC, I was excited about Cleveland, and I was excited about I definitely was excited about what Baltimore did. But the weapons that they gave Shador Sanders, them boys, they could be the Charlotte Hornets of football.
I can agree with you, like, but I can't wait till the season starts. So, but I got to
Yeah.
get up out of here. I gotta
Yeah, I'm about to
these
just let
events.
you know. Yeah, we're about to go ahead and end it. You know what I mean? That's about the time I wanted to go. So, man, any shout outs for you before we get up out of here?
Shout out to all of the Chicago underground rappers that I've been witnessing over the past few years, and some of them I've been knowing for many years. To see them progress, really work on their craft, really take it serious. A lot of them are very competitive, and they're gonna end up showing the world that Chicago never forgot how to rap. Also, shout out to One Light Media. I got to give myself a shout out. I'm trying to catch up all of it. I come from under the George Daniels and all the greats that come out of Chicago that just put their imprint in this city. And hopefully, God willing, I'll be up next to be able to do that. Because I want to
You
show the
will
world
be
where I come from. Hey, everything dope about America come from Chicago. In the
for
word of
sure.
Dilla.
All right, bro. All right, we out, man. Thanks for joining us in the locker room. Until next time. All right,
Yes,
peace and
sir.
God bless. For
Love
sure.
like. Hey,
For
I
sure,
knew
twin.
Cadillac before I knew Jitim Young. Google that. Google that. I knew Cadillac before I knew Jitim Young. Look it up. He submitted Delano. Stop playing with my boy, man. Real locker room right here. Stop playing with your Tim Young. Y'all have him start pulling up on y'all sports guys, man. He really do this. And
Yeah,
he still give y'all a bucket. Stop playing with him. I'm
true
letting y'all know
story.
that now.
All right, twin.
All right, like I catch you next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace.